This is a quick instructional video on how to install those new 1600 design slant legs. So let me flip you around and get started. So what we have here is the 6-inch version in white oak. Installs with just 2 screws included with your legs. And one of the first things you're going to want to notice is on the top of the leg, each one's going to be stamped either L or R. L for left, R for right. You can see this one's an L, if you can see that there on camera. And so this little board I've got mocked up as our furniture. If you're facing, say this is the front of your furniture, you're facing it, left leg on left, right leg on right. If we go around to the back side, we need to face it from the back side, and then the left leg goes on the left, right leg goes on the right. And the reason for that is these legs are tapered on the inside, and we want that taper to be facing in towards the middle of the furniture. We want the more straight up and down face to be facing out in order to make them look correct. Okay, so now we've flipped our furniture upside down, and I've actually got 3 of these legs already installed. But the next thing that we need to do is decide where we're going to place these legs. And as far as how far in from each edge you want to be, that's just up to you, your visual preference. Strength-wise, it's better to keep them out closer to the corners. But more importantly, I'm going to recommend that you install these legs at an angle in, rather than just parallel with the front of the front face of the furniture. This is going to give the entire thing a lot more rigidity. I mean, on a light duty piece, you might be able to get away with just installing them parallel like this, and where you see more of this sort of flag part of the leg. But if you're installing these on something like a dresser that's going to, are constantly going to be pulling drawers open, putting a lot of lateral forces on this piece, then you're going to be much better off installing these at an angle of some sort. Obviously, a 45-degree angle would be the strongest, but you really don't have to go that far with it. This is about a 22.5. It doesn't have to be a certain degree. Just pick what looks good to you, measure how far in you are to the tip, and then just make all 4 legs the same. So with your legs in position, you're ready to go ahead and attach. With your legs, you received 8 screws, 4 short screws, 4 long screws. With your leg position, you can just go ahead and drop those screws in the holes and take a hammer and just tap. And that's going to mark where you're going to pre-drill the holes for these screws. So if we move that out of the way, I don't know if you can see it on camera here now, but we've got those holes marked for us. I'm going to take a 3/32 drill bit and pre-drill the holes for these screws, making sure that I don't go all the way through the board. And then also with your screws, you'll receive this T20 Torx bit that corresponds with your screws. So just go ahead and chuck that up in a drill. Be sure and get all the excess wood out from underneath where the leg's going to go. Set that leg back in place. And you can drive those screws home. Okay, so go ahead and flip your furniture back over now, and you can see what these look like installed. And in a perfect world, there would be no wobble since your legs are all cut to the same height, but that's rarely the case because either your furniture is not dead flat or your floor is not dead flat. So what you can do, it's a real simple fix. Take a playing card, cut into some thin strips like this for shims. You should only have one short leg. Identify which leg is not touching the floor, and loosen the screws on that one leg, and use 1 or 2 of your shims at the front and back near the screw locations until that leg is touching the floor properly, and then just retighten those screws and you are done. Thanks for purchasing the 1600 Design slant legs, and please check out some of our other designs at 1600design.com.